Hello, my name is Duncan Moss, and I'm a lay minister in Verwood, and this is my thought for this coming week. Hopefully the cold spell will end soon, and the weather will get better as we move through into spring proper. Being able to get out and about, a bit more freedom is welcome. Although the news all about us is pretty gloomy at the moment, the longer daylight hours can often lift our spirits and give us a feeling of well-being and freedom. I suspect that this year we all need it more than past years. In the next few weeks it will be Easter, and Easter is a very holy time for Christians who will be remembering the pain and suffering and eventual death that Jesus endured on the cross 2,000 years ago, and then celebrating his resurrection to life a few days later. The Jewish communities will be celebrating Passover, when they will be remembering the time when their ancestors were freed from slavery after Moses led them out of Egypt some 3,300 years ago. They thank God for inspiring him to travel back to Egypt and persuading the then Pharaoh, believed by many historians to be Ramesses II, to allow the Israelites to leave and find their own land further north. They thank God for giving them freedom from slavery, not only then, but thanking him for the freedoms that we all have nowadays. We in the West take freedom for granted, and we only have to see what is going on in places like Russia and China and many countries, especially in the Middle East, that we realise of the freedoms that we have here. It is something worth thanking God for. Christian communities not only acknowledge the Passover and confirm God's involvement in giving freedom to the Israelites, but they go one stage further and recognise that Jesus' death has actually given all Christians perfect freedom. For the Passover was a foreshadow of what God did on that cross. For Jesus offered himself to pay the price for every Christian to be reconciled with God. And when that reconciliation happens in a person, there is total freedom. And that freedom is really worth celebrating. And that is why Easter is such an important Christian holy day and holiday. Slavery is dreadful and fearful, and God did something about it then. And that is why one of my favourite Christian songs have the words, you are no longer a slave to fear, for you are a child of God. Whilst we cannot belittle the economic issues that most of us will be facing in the future, it is worth spending time considering all those freedoms we have. In addition, I would encourage all of us to think of those things in our lives that we really value, like family and friends, that make life really worth living, and focus on the good stuff from time to time, rather than allowing our focus to be on the negative. By doing so, we can lift our spirits and well-being. And if you really want to go for gold and seek perfect freedom this Easter, how about seeking God? Thank you.